Well, Paddy, you know, people said you'd never be fighting for a UFC world title, and even though it is interim, you have proven those people wrong and will be fighting for that belt on Saturday. Now it's finally here. How does the occasion feel to you? Does it feel extra special, or is it just another fight that you've got to get through?
No, it's just another fight. I haven't put on a pedestal or nothing. I'm going to come out there like every other fight and get the win, get the finish, hopefully.
You and Justin have been fairly respectful in the build-up to this, but he did an interview on Monday where he said he specifically wants to beat the shit out of you and specifically wants to hurt you in the cage. Curious if you had heard those comments and what you make of them.
Yeah, I've seen an even funnier one yesterday saying he wants to make me piss me pants. That one made me laugh because he done it to someone in his first ever fight, but that's our job, you know what I mean? But we're in here to hurt each other, you know what I mean? We're not having a pillow fight. We're having a fight, and I know I'm going to hurt him, and I know I am. So if he wants to try and hurt me, he can. That's what we're here for. That's the name of the game.
When you look at Justin, we spoke about it before last week when you were here, but when you look at him and where he's at in his career now, what exactly are you expecting from him style-wise, right? Like this is, he says, if he loses to you, he's probably retiring, right? So there's more weight on his shoulders thinking about that. Do you expect him to be more cautious than ever or more aggressive than ever because it's his last roll of the dice?
It's a very good question. He could be either or. He did look a bit cautious in the first round of the Fiziev fight, but then second and third he wasn't. He was more aggressive like his usual self. So just going to have to see how the fight plays out. Obviously Trevor Whitman's a fantastic coach. He's going to have a game plan. But I know my game plan will be better and mine will work better. And I know that I'm going to be able to put my game plan to good effect and I'll beat him up. I just don't see where he can beat me.
Obviously the belt is the goal, but to fight against someone like Justin Gaethje, right? You're a fan, everyone loves Justin Gaethje. How cool is it to potentially have his name on your resume when this is all said and done? You can look back on that.
Yeah, it's going to be nice to have another legend's name on my resume. It's an honour to share the octagon with him. He's someone I've been watching for years and years. He's had some of the best fights I've ever watched in the UFC. But that's what we're in this game for. The people who you watch, you know, you want to eventually fight them and beat them. So that's what I'm going to do on Saturday night.
We had a nice little update from the champion, Ilia Topuria, the other day. Said that he would come back in April to June, that sort of period. Does that work for you?
I'm not fighting in April, like. Going on holiday next month, lad. So you can wait till the end of June, start of July. He's not rushing me back after sitting out for a year, lad. Cheeky bastard.
Paddy, what was it like training through the holidays, you know, with young kids back at home?
It was rough. Never fighting in January ever again. Ever again. Absolutely ruined me Christmas and my birthday, because my birthday is 3rd of January. It ruined it in a big way, but got to get on with it, you know what I mean? It's an honour to be the main event of the first Paramount card. It shows how much the UFC trusts me and they know me and Justin will put on a good fight. And it's a world title fight. I've been training for 16 years now for this to happen, and it's finally here.
To kind of go off what Oscar said about, you know, fighting another legend, Dustin Poirier coins this term when he beat Eddie, Justin, and Chandler. He said it was the violence triangle. Obviously, Dustin's retired, but if you add Justin's name to Tony and Michael Chandler, is that kind of your own little violence triangle?
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah, you could. That's a very good shout. I've got a couple of legends, veterans on my resume now. But it'll get like, oh, he only beat him because he was old. You know what I mean? Like it always does. That's what happens. Everyone's saying he's going to knock me out now, but in a couple of days when I win, everyone will be like, oh, he only beat him because he's 37, he's retiring. So it's one of them.
Dustin also said, you know, when he got the call to fight Justin, at this point, like everyone knows what Justin's going to do. It's always just kind of violence in there that you get a little bit of goosebumps because you know you're signing up for a car crash. So I guess what was it like when you did get Justin Gaethje's name? Because, you know, a lot of people, win or lose, are not quite physically the same after their fights.
He won't be physically the same after this fight. I will. I'll be exactly the same. I'm going to put a beat down on him like he's never received. And I can promise you that. But it was just another fight to me. When a contract with a name on gets sent to me, I sign it. I don't turn down no fight. I step up and I fight the person whose name's on the contract. I thought I was going to fight Justin in October in Abu Dhabi, but I think he turned it down. And then now there's a belt on the line. He's taking the fight. So it's nice to actually fight someone that I thought I was going to fight a while back.
And on the countdown, your coach said that this might be the best you've ever looked in camp, going all the way back to the beginning. I guess, what was different about preparation now compared to past camp?
This is the best I've ever been in camp, definitely. We've had a great camp. It's very cliche to say, but I am in the best shape of my life. I've got the least amount of weight to cut that I've had in years, and I feel fantastic. I don't see how anybody could beat me, never mind Justin Gaethje.
And then just last one for me. Also, since your last fight, Ronda Rousey did that panel, and she named you as her favorite UFC fighter currently because of the way you carry yourself and promote your fights, but also fight. So kind of out of left field for a lot of people. So I guess what was it like hearing those comments from arguably one of the biggest superstars the sport's ever seen?
Yeah, she's one of the biggest MMA superstars of all time and the biggest female superstar. So to have them sort of plaudits off someone like that is always a great feeling to hear and see.
Paddy,
What's that
assuming you win the belt on Saturday and knowing that you've called it the real title, what type of champion do you want to be?
Obviously, I want to defend it. I want to defend the belt multiple times. Like, people keep making a meal of me saying I'll go up to 170. I'm not saying I'll go straight up to 170. I've always said you need to defend your belt at least 3 times. So that's what I'd like to do. I'd like to defend my belt, and then eventually when I get a bit older, because I'm getting there, and a bit bigger, then I'll go to 170.
And when you think about being champion, is there someone throughout history who you'd kind of like to emulate and potentially follow in their footsteps?
No, not really. I don't have one of them. I'm my own man.
At this present moment, do you care about the fact that Liverpool are currently beating Marseille 1-0?
Yeah, we're winning 1-0, aren't we? Just been watching it then on Blaze's phone. Hopefully we can keep winning, lad, and we're in the top 8 of the Champions League.
Best of luck.
Nice one, fella.
Hey, Paddy, right here. Paddy, you know, very few fighters can say that they command popularity just like worldwide like you. You know it's a big deal when you fight in Europe. Obviously, that popularity has carried over into America. If you had to pick a place, where would you want to fight?
Anfield, easiest question ever. Liverpool Stadium in Liverpool. If I could pick one place to fight, that's exactly where it would be.
And then secondly, I think one of the biggest moments from your career, obviously that night in London, you win, Molly wins, and it's wild scenes. If you win the title on Saturday, do you think you guys will recreate such a celebration, just being together as a team for so long?
Well, Molly's not coming.
Molly's
boxing next month, so that'll be impossible. But I'll celebrate very well with my team, don't worry about that.
And just for the record, you and Arman Sarukian, whether it be a fight or an eating contest, do you take the victory?
Yeah, easy, both of them.
Paddy, you've said many times that Scousers don't get knocked out. What makes Scousers so special?
We're just a special breed of human, lad. It's just the way we are. We're built different, as they say.
Thanks.
Paddy, I know you said there's a lot of doubt around you, but you opened this fight as the betting favorite, and a lot of people thought that was because maybe they would put the money on Justin and the odds would flip, but it stayed that way the entire time in the fight week here. So do you feel like maybe there is more people believing in you than you actually maybe think?
Yeah, there might be, because the odds haven't changed. I didn't think I'd stay favourite. I thought the odds would flip. I think that's what happened when I fought Bobby Green. He opened as the favourite, and it ended up being a pick when we went into it. But yeah, that just shows the smart people have picked me though, doesn't it? The people who are actually putting money on it. All the old guard, the fighters, are picking Justin, because they don't like it when the next generation comes in and starts beating the old guard. So all the lightweights that I see who are now retired or on the way out are all picking Justin to win. But that's just because it makes them look good. If Justin wins, when I'm going to beat him worse than they did, or some of them got beat by him.
This doesn't feel like it's part of your trajectory at all, but people are now speculating on who could fight Conor McGregor after they ruled out Michael Chandler, and obviously you just beat Michael Chandler. Is that a fight that would appeal to you at all if it came around, even though it doesn't really make sense from where you're heading right now?
Doesn't make sense, like, but you'd be an idiot to say no to fighting Conor McGregor, wouldn't you? Let's be honest. Everyone knows that. That's the biggest money fight that you can get in this sport.
Is that business must be very good for you right now, right? It feels like no matter how this fight goes, you have a lot of different directions you can go. Are you seeing a lot of like storylines and potential fights for you over the next couple of years right now?
Yeah, of course. There's always fights out there for me. Everyone underestimates me and overlooks me, so people think that they can beat me until they get in the octagon with me. So there's always going to be fights there for me. So I'm just waiting, but I want to win this title, and then I'm going to beat Ilya.
Dana White said very famously earlier in your UFC career, like questioning your discipline and, you know, if you could keep this lifestyle to get to this point, talking about your camp and all the sacrifices you made and where the weight is at. Is that like something you think should now be proven to everyone, that you have, you know, your discipline should not be questioned at any point?
No, people can talk. I don't mind. People can say what they want. They don't see the hard work and the dedication and the sacrifice. People like to talk from behind their phones on social media, and I let them.
Do you need to stay disciplined on Friday after the weigh-in until after the fight?
I'll still be getting me ice cream and me milkshake on Friday night, like I always do. That's just standard.
Thanks, Paddy.
Paddy, you started training when you were 15. I wanted to ask, what was in your mind back then? Did you ever think you'll get this close to the belt and potentially become champion in a couple of days?
Yeah, of course. That's why I started training. I wanted to be a UFC world champion. I walked in the gym and said that I was going to be a UFC world champion when I was 15, and I got laughed at, obviously. But look where I am now.
Got you. If you get the win on Saturday, who would you want to see first in the cage? Fight with Arman or fight with Ilya?
Obviously, you want to become undisputed champ of the world. I want to fight Ilya, and then I'll beat Arman.
Got you. Thank you.
Paddy, did you expect to maybe headline a fight night before headlining a numbered event?
No, I'd never be on it. I've never fought on a fight night apart from the London ones. I've only ever really been on pay-per-views. The only fight night cards I've fought on have been on the ones in London, and I haven't fought on one of them since 2022.
So you expected your first main event would be on a big pay-per-view or numbered event?
Yeah, 100%. I knew for a fact it would. I haven't fought on a fight night since 2022, and that was when it was in London. Ever since then, I've only ever been on pay-per-views. The UFC are stupid.
And then finally for me, did you see rumors of Justin Gaethje having staph on his neck?
Yeah, I've seen it. It's one of them. What are we meant to do? You know what I mean? If he's got staph, lad, he's got staph. Doesn't matter if he's got staph or not, I'm still going to smash his head in. But there's lads in our gym who fought with staph, lad, and knock people out in the first round. So it doesn't affect you that bad. But that'll be another excuse for everyone when I win. That'll be like, oh, just in case you had staph as well. You know what I mean? So it's one of them. I get on with it. I'm going to be turning up in the cage, and all that matters is if I turn up, nobody beats me.
How quickly do you want to turn around for a unification fight?
Mid-year. As I said, end of June, early July would be perfect.
And what's more likely, Paddy by KO or Paddy by sub?
Well, I keep envisioning a KO, but more likely is probably Paddy by sub, isn't it? If we're...
And 10 minutes after this fight, what do you want to hear people saying outside the arena?
I know they'll all be singing, oh, Paddy the Baddy. I know that for a fact.
Hey, Paddy, when you win on Saturday night and you get on the microphone with Joe Rogan, what's your message to Ilia Topuria?
Step up, you know what I mean? Let's see you come back. If he's not going to fight by June, we said he's going to fight though, but if he's not going to fight by June, July, vacate, and I'll defend against Arman or Max or Charles. But it's looking like it's going to be El Chorizo.
Thank you.
That fella's been waiting for ages there, you know. I'm going to just answer this question. Go ahead, lad.
Thanks, Paddy. So one question from me. You're always full of smiles when you talk about your twin daughters. How special is it to achieve your dreams and tell them that story when they're older one day?
Yeah, it will. It'll be very special because ever since I had them, my life's changed. Everything's been different. It's switched something in me mentally and it's made me a better fighter. So without them, I probably wouldn't be in this situation right now.
Best of luck. Thank you.
Nice one, mate.